Brother Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5.
Please, sir.
3. Lucifer! Brother Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5. Please,
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Hey, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gonna turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, tell 'em turn it out till they get no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and I'm gonna see go. I am not afraid of the storm that comes my way. When it hits, it shakes me to the core.
Okay.
Okay.
Being Monday.
What do you? What?
Well, I can't say being Monday. We have to start off the show with a bit of sad news.
What?
Yeah, I know this is not exactly the way that people want to hear, especially our show, especially on a Monday. The upside to it is we didn't put it on Twitter that it was going to be a big announcement,
Right.
so we don't have to worry about everybody being upset that way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They were livid this morning, dude. God.
So many bad news is.
So we have some bad news. I need everybody to be ready. We need to give a moment of silence
Right.
as we have lost a
Wait.
very
Whoa. Oh no.
what?
You gotta break it down easy, man.
Well, no, we lost him. Like,
No.
this is-
You gotta break it easy.
but he wasn't like sick or anything. Like it just
I
happened.
don't. You gotta break it easy somehow.
I don't know how. He was upright. Now he's 6 feet down. I
mean,
don't
you
know.
could say that he was up on the roof.
Well, no, but this is different because of the endeavors that he was trying to accomplish for mankind.
Okay. Sure.
This guy was this man was
Was a mighty good man.
a what?
A mighty good man.
He was a mighty good man. He some might call him a little daft.
Punk.
It's not a laughing matter at all. He
Sorry.
was thought to be very crazy.
Insane.
Yeah, some refer to him as mad.
Clown posse.
But he was a very, I would argue, a staple to America.
Miss Deepler.
Yeah, he I mean, without him, I mean, he had done so much to prove that one person can do whatever he sets his mind to, and the government be damned.
Sure.
I'm trying to keep everybody guessing.
That's all you're trying to do now. It's just keep it going. All right.
Sadly, we lost him today. Mad Mike Hughes is dead
Wait.
following an attempt to prove that the Earth is flat.
Like 16 Candles, Mike Hughes?
No, not that Mike Hughes. That would actually be a complete travesty, and we might have to take the show, a day off the show.
Oh, sorry.
To do that. There are other reportings, however, insist that Hughes was not attempting to prove his theory and was simply a rocket science-loving daredevil.
Right.
Hughes, who was 64, who believed the world was flat,
And so was his brain.
built a homemade rocket, steam-powered.
Because steam is so much more efficient than jet fuel.
Well, then look, rocket fuel is very expensive.
And?
Two, it is horrible for the environment. I mean,
Who
climate
cares? I
change-
mean, if your entire premise is just to go through and,
it's climate change. Just
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
I
do it.
apologize. That's my fault. I didn't think
try to
about
be
it.
green. So there's all that.
It's not easy
apparently,
being green.
Yeah, he crash landed
Mm.
his steam-powered rocket in the California desert on February 22nd.
Ah.
The outlet reported that Hughes was attempting to enter space with his rocket during the experiment in order to prove that the Earth is indeed flat, which it is.
If he had made it to space, he wouldn't be alive to tell us anyway. Did he think about that? Like,
Well, okay, here,
I'm just yeah.
you know how he could have avoided this?
A steam power. Send a camera.
Well, there's that, or much cheaper than this, and a lot safer.
Yeah.
Get on an airplane.
Because you're leaving on a jet plane.
Don't know when I'll be back again.
Mm-hmm.
You get up high enough. You get up to about 35,000 feet.
She's so
You
high.
can see the curvature of the Earth.
Oh, I love to see the curves.
Yes. There's nothing like good curves.
Good curves. Yeah.
During the launch, Hughes' parachute had come loose. Video of the incident shows a self-made projectile rocketing high into the air before crashing moments later.
Oops.
Hughes' launch was reportedly being filmed as part of a new Science Channel series called Homemade Astronauts. How much do you want to bet that that's not going to air?
It's never going to happen again.
Science Channel also reported Hughes' death, calling the experiment, quote, his dream, end quote.
His dream to die?
I guess. I well,
dreamed
they're
the
calling the
dream of-
experiment. Him trying to launch a homemade rocket with him in it into space.
Okay.
Now, I wonder, here's where I'm confused. It says during the launch, Hughes' parachute came loose. So, was he inside the rocket? Or was this kind of a Wile E. Coyote kind of thing where he was strapped to the outside and it just kind of launched him into the air?
I don't know, but I'm pretty much on this kick where I have to say something like Team Rocket blasting off again, but it's not a.
Don't.
It's-
Only never to come back again. Quote. Michael Mad Mike Hughes tragically passed away today during an attempt to launch a homemade rocket. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his family and friends during this difficult time. It is always his dream to do this launch, and Science Channel was there to chronicle his journey.
And death.
Yeah, this was from the Science Channel.
Mm-hmm.
According to Space.com, Hughes said he previously was able to launch himself about 1,875 feet into the air in a younger iteration of his homemade rocket. It is a dangerous thing to do. He told the website in 2018, anything going wrong could be catastrophic. Duh. Again, he was able to launch himself 1,800 feet in the air, which, okay, impressive. Fine, cool,
right,
whatever.
sure.
You did it homemade with steam.
Yes.
Roger that.
Great job.
Anywhere between a couple $100, around a couple $100, sometimes cheaper depending on who you fly and where you're going. You could have went much higher and could have seen
Much more before
Yeah.
you died.
Yeah, and you'd still be alive. So
Maybe. Yeah. Couple $100, you get into a plane, you go all in there. There you're done.
Mm-hmm. Space.com reported, however, that Hughes, quote, meant for this launch to be a stepping stone to the creation of what he and a partner called their raccoon. Not a raccoon, a raccoon, a combination of a rocket and a balloon.
Nope. Doesn't do it for me. Nope.
The outlet noted that the raccoon would work by means of a balloon taking a rocket up fairly high into the air, about 22 to 25 miles, and there it would disconnect from the rocket, which would soar to the Kármán line,
Which would crash to the ground.
or the line signifying the beginning of space.
the rocket would crash to the ground.
Eventually, yes, unless he was up high enough that it would actually sit and hover in that zone. And then the question would then be, how the hell do you get down?
No, because there's no hovering in that zone.
If you get up
Yeah, you have
level, though, right? I mean, it's
like
just a
you
little-
have to get past the area in which you can breathe.
Yes, which is
And-
well below the 22, 25 miles.
I'm just saying. So what I
No,
mean by breathe is I mean like past the area in which oxygen is no longer there at all.
Yes, where everything is,
To get to
free.
the floaty part, you have to actually get out of our atmosphere.
Is that the technical term? The
Yeah,
floaty?
the floaty parts. To
That's
get to the floaty part. There's a reason why we have satellites in orbit at a specific distance, as well as a reason why we have, I don't know, a space station at a specific distance away from the Earth.
Well, I thought it was just to observe.
No, it's because the floaty parts.
'Cause of
That's the
floaty
floaty parts. Yeah, that's the part that's the area in which it can float in orbit without getting pulled back into Earth.
Hmm. Well,
So, and he was trying to get there in a balloon with a
yeah,
rocket attached,
Team Rocket.
blasting off again.
So sad. I mean, it is. It's. I mean, he had a dream.
I dreamt a dream of times gone by.
Is that the dream that you dreamed?
I did.
Dream a little dream of me.
No. I was doing Les Mis, but that's fine.
No, I know. I was changing it up and doing something else.
I know.
Nah, I've never seen Les Mis, so I'm.
Sad. That's sad.
I know.
The new one's actually really good. You should watch it.
I
You'll
know.
cry.
Well, I know. And
You'll
that's-
cry. I'm not saying I cried. I'm saying you will cry.
Oh, I will cry.
Yes,
we already know
you-
this
Yes, I know this for sure.
for a fact.
Yes.
Damn. Well, I'm not gonna watch it now.
You gotta watch it. You will cry.
Why?
Well, because things like this don't happen in Les Mis. Amy Klobuchar to end presidential bid and endorse Joe Biden, as well as Pete Buttigieg.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Now that one. That one you had to break in. You should have broke in slowly. I was not ready for that. We
I don't think
lost.
Pete Buttigieg never breaks in slowly.
Oh no, first time was probably gentle.
I
I would hope so.
Well, the first cut is the deepest, but
Sorry.
oh,
Over on MeWe's, apparently I beat him too.
yeah, that happens. Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar plans to exit the race for president and endorse former VP Joe Biden. Various outlets have reported on Monday. Klobuchar decision to drop out of the nominating contest comes just one day before voters cast ballots in her home state of Minnesota, as a part of Super Tuesday, the largest delegate handout of the primary season. According to CNN, Klobuchar will officially announce her decision suspending her campaign and endorsing Joe Biden at the rally for the former VP in Dallas tonight.
Oh, good.
Klobuchar joins a growing number of candidates who have dropped out of in the days following Biden's decisive win in South Carolina, including South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg and billionaire hedge fund manager Tom Steyer.
Of course, they're going to go behind.
Well, of
What-
course,
what-
Buttigieg is going to get behind the guy.
He's always going to get behind the guy.
That's
well,
right.
Hold on. In all fairness, we do not know if he is
A pitcher or catcher.
catcher. We have no idea.
Have you seen the guy that he's with?
Who's on first?
I'm pretty sure he's a pitcher.
Who's on first
I mean, I guess it really depends on your mood for the day.
and what's on second? And,
No,
I don't know.
I'm not going there. We're not
Come
doing this
on.
bit. Not today.
hey, we're going to do that bit. I'm telling
One
you.
day we are, but not today.
today. But no, they of course they're going to go. They're going to support and they're going to endorse Biden
Right.
because they don't want Bernie Sanders.
Did I not tell you this, guys?
Oh, we've been saying this forever.
Right. Have we not said this enough?
He didn't
It's-
win. Look, there's a
it's-
reason why he didn't win last time.
It's
They didn't want him.
Biden's time.
Yeah.
There is nobody else. There is no Mike Bloomberg. He's
No.
he's
gone.
vapor. He's dust in the wind. I mean, he's
Well, I've seen so many Mike Bloomberg
I hate
commercials.
those freaking commercials.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah,
And
but
then
you know what you don't see all the time that I now see all the time?
Biden.
No, Joe Biden commercials voiced by Barack Obama.
Oh, I've seen that. It pissed me off.
So much. I hate that guy's voice.
Gone it. I thought you were gone.
I can do the voice, but I hate that voice.
It's like, stop it, please. Look, in case anybody was ever wondering or questioning this, in the Democrat Party,
Mm-hmm.
it's not about the will of the people. In the Democrat Party,
It's the will of the Democrat Party.
It is. It's very much. I would argue a hierarchy
Mm.
for sure. They decide who they want to run next. Has nothing to do with your to vote. If you're a Democrat and you're wanting to vote and you think, oh, well, I want to get behind. No. Doesn't matter who you want. Eventually, they are going to manipulate. They're going to decide. They're going to finagle and get the guy or the girl they want at that moment and at that time. And your vote means nothing.
Correct.
Sorry. That's just the way it is.
That's just the way it is.
Things will never be the same.
Thank you.
But it's, I mean, and sadly, the Republican Party is not much better. Just so we're clear,
No.
really is not any
really
better.
not. No, it's not at all.
I mean, they're a little bit more
Mm.
tactful about it, I guess we could say.
Maybe.
They're a little bit more tactful about it, but they're not. They're just as bad off. They're just as set up on who they want and when they want and how they want, and that's that. And your vote, your voice be damned.
I don't mean to make this even worse,
Oh God.
but
But no, don't say but when talking butt gig in the.
yeah,
Party.
yeah. Well, Chris Matthews has left us.
We lost him too.
We lost
I didn't
Chris.
know he was sick.
Chris Matthews. He was.
He's it's so.
he's-
Daggone it! So many people are being.
he left
lost.
his job at CNN. He retired
Oh.
on.
Oh, I thought we lost him. I was getting ready to come up with a.
No. He decided to retire out of CNN mainly because if I'm guessing correctly, he was forced to retire because he was making too much sense as of late. I'm not joking. There's there's like 5 or 6 times in a row where he said something that actually made sense. We're like, huh? Okay.
See,
So I think they had to pull him off, because it's just not. You can't have sense-making people on CNN.
no. Poor Chris Matthews. I mean,
He's also so old.
he is.
Oh my gosh. He looks like he's 90.
I was told he was in the same. Him and Nancy Pelosi shared the same. We're 2 camels apart as the Israelites.
So they had the same nursing mother.
Huh?
They had the same nursing mom?
No, I was gonna say they were like a camel side by side on their camels as the Israelites crossed through the desert for those 40 years.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So they had the same wet
Yeah.
nurse.
Possibly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, they were there when tablets come down and all that jazz. Yeah. Rumor has it they actually saw the parting of the Red Sea.
Yes, that's actually no, they didn't see the parting of the Red Sea. He just mistook Nancy Pelosi and her time.
Stop it. We'll not have none of it.
Hey, you brought it on yourself, all right?
I didn't bring nothing on me. So, moving on.
Yeah, let's talk about some coffee.
Let's talk about coffee.
No, that's not. That doesn't work.
Right,
No.
Sorry, I thought I had it, and it. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't work out quite right. But that's
Slipped up.
okay. You know what always works out right?
APR coffee.
Yes.
It always does. I don't care what
Always.
time of the day it is. I don't care
Anytime. What flavor?
what's
I
going
don't care.
on, what flavor you pick.
Does- I don't know. I don't even care what temperature it is outside.
No, I don't either.
If you have APR coffee, I'm going to drink it.
So you're saying that if no matter what time of the day, what the situation is, you will put it in your mouth.
I will, as long as it's not polluted.
Keep moving on, because
No, you won't do the polluted coffee in your mouth.
Mm-mm.
No,
No, I won't do that either. But there was others.
I know
Joke.
there were other jokes going through your
Let's
head. Go to APR Coffee. That's AmericanPrideRoasters.com. AmericanPrideRoasters.com. I hope you guys enjoyed the weekend in which you could have gotten your Watson's White chocolate caramel coffee blend. And if you didn't, too bad, because it's no longer there.
It's no longer available. It was gone.
It is now March, and we will be continuing forward in the March. So no more of the Watson's White chocolate caramel coffee.
Yeah.
But you could still get your Burr Hamilton, your George Washington, your Washington Carvers, your chocolate strawberries, chocolate raspberries, your cardamom and nutmeg. It's so good.
Yeah.
There's so many good flavors, guys.
I'm excited.
Oh, it's so
Okay.
good. Anyway, AmericanPrideRoasters.com, AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Are you excited?
I'm excited for what?
Are you ready for a miracle?
It's not Tuesday.
It's not Tuesday, but
Hey, this
Kanye West has had a Sunday service that bumped a trans performer's fully booked show.
a transformer?
No, a trans performer.
Oh, performer.
Yeah, performer.
Performer?
Performer.
A transformer. That's what I said.
No, robots in disguise.
I was gonna say, is it a
It's Bumblebee. I'm
Decepticon,
sorry,
or
it was Bumblebee. All right.
Oh, okay. How can you bump Bumblebee?
I don't know. Mainly because he had a great Sunday service that was for all people, not just for the trans folks.
Mm-hmm. Well, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, but
Except for
all
it was
bent
in
with-
France.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say it's, the French folk. They're not a fan of. They have their social thing, and they want it to stay that way.
Right. And until you go to the Muslim districts.
Well, that's true too. But I'm saying, like, they if it wasn't for the overrunning of the refugees in France, they're very much like the rest of Europe and very what's the word I'm looking for? Socially woke.
Ah,
I saw that on a sign.
socially woke.
No, not socially woke. I saw. Okay, sidebar, real fast. Pin it. So I was in the gas station yesterday, and the Sunday paper had a picture of, because early voting in North Carolina
Yeah.
is getting ready to start, if it hasn't already, and
Mm-hmm.
it was a picture of a bunch of people from NC State Central.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that they were apparently having a march or parade or whatever, and that was part of their thing, was that they're woke.
Ah, be a part of the woke crowd.
Yeah.
No, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it at all. Anyway, folks, that sound is a commercial break, so we're gonna take it, and we'll be right back. Double up. Oh, gosh.
Silicone parts are made for toys.
Really? What type of toys?
What is wrong with my hair?
I don't
Are
know
you talking about my hair?
what's wrong with your hair.
Oh no, it looked like he's 90. I'm sorry, I was reading that wrong.
Oh yeah, Chris
I got
Matthews.
glasses on, I can't effing read.
Chris Matthews.
Yeah, Chris Matthews.
Yeah, talking about Chris Matthews'
Took
hair.
me a minute. I was like, wait a minute, his
Yeah, Chris Matthews' hair.
Chris. I would like.
Look,
I've
his
seen.
face looks like he's 90. All right, have you
He
seen?
doesn't even move his lips when he speaks.
Have you seen the age spots, like the liver spots all over him now, dude?
No.
Like if they do a close up of him, he's got like the crazy liver spots all over the place.
Oh,
Yeah.
bless his heart.
I'm sorry.
That's so bad.
I'm like, I hope that never happens to anybody else, and I'm sorry for that guy for what's going on. But
But age, I mean, after a while, you get so old, like it happens.
yeah, stuff happens. You just can't. You just gotta
But-
deal with it.
Still, he's got Donald Trump hair.
Very
It looks like it. It looks very like thin and
similar.
wispy and
Yeah, very similar. Yes.
yeah. It's
Mhm.
but he just he never moved his lip. I'm gonna miss him. I really am because when he would talk, like you would hear him, and it sounded like he was using his mouth to properly enunciate things and speak. And you watched him, and he hardly moved his lips at all.
Yeah.
It was really weird. I thought
It's like
first
the
time I
entire
thought-
time that he's talking through just his tongue.
Yes. Okay. I was convinced.
That's what I just did. Or
Yeah.
we're coming back. We're coming back. Oh.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
No, I was just sitting, and I'm going to continue this anyway. Seeing the first time I saw Chris Matthews speak,
Mhm.
I was just as shocked about how little he moved his mouth as I was when I first saw JR in the WWE. 'Cause and you're gonna laugh at that, I know, but like I didn't realize like he had that stroke or whatever, and
Right? And so like
his lips were all like stuck like there, and it was all frozen, but he only talked out of the side of his mouth. But I didn't hear it. I didn't know. This was before I got to a point in my life and career where I
could
learned to hear
understand.
yeah, I could hear things and whatnot.
It's
But
like, oh, that's what it sounds like when you have a stroke.
I hear it now. What the-
Yeah. It's like your lips don't really move, so your voice gets a slight muffle and weirdness to it.
There's drag on certain letters. and-
hmm Speaking of drags, Gobbling Down Slug over on the Twitter says there is an uncomfortable number of politicals that like to be submissive to their partners, guys.
Mm. Absolutely.
To which slightly venomous Kirk replied with a
Yeah. The things that make you go bug. Send it's reminiscent of the shiver up the leg that
Chris Matthews.
Chris Matthews. See?
Yeah. Gives him a thrill up his leg.
It does give him a thrill up that leg.
That's the only thrill he ever gets is up that leg.
Oh, bless his heart. So yeah, we've apparently have hit a new point in society.
We've hit a
And
milestone, have we?
We have hit a milestone, and I believe now that this is evidence that the documentary Demolition Man is coming to fruition.
Yeah.
Soon we will be using the 3 seashells.
You don't know how to use the 3 seashells?
You'll learn.
It's so good.
We don't have hand sanitizer, so fresh out.
Fresh out. Are you saying that, we're coming to the point that we're going to start naming everything Taco Bell? And this is going to be an entire
upset.
city, like in the in the sewers.
I would not be upset about any of that, actually. The car that drives itself, we've already got those.
We already have those, but they do
pop
kind of
car.
they have killed about 3 people now. So
Yeah, well, that's true. But only 3.
right,
It's not an epidemic or anything yet.
no,
They'll still go after guns. The sad thing is at this rate, they'll kill more people than guns before too long, and they'll still be after guns.
yeah. So what's the big deal here? I mean, what are we talking
So
about?
apparently, due to the outbreak of the coronavirus is spreading the globe around,
Yeah,
people are beginning to change their social habits. Normally, when you would greet someone you've seen, you might give them a handshake,
fist bump,
fist bumps,
a hug,
a hug, or a kiss on the cheek, depending on how close you are to said person,
or
what
what
culture
where you come from. Yeah,
yeah. Not anymore. A
No?
lot of people are beginning to stop those physical contacts at all.
See, now I get it. I
Mhm.
think we need to demonstrate.
Oh, so when they would do the greetings now, just like in Demolition Man, the documentary,
Yeah. I need you to face me for this.
I am facing you.
No. I mean, I need you to face me.
Oh, face.
Other
I'm not
way.
gonna do
Other
this
way. Other way. Other
Son
way.
of-
Other way.
I forgot the camera's backwards.
Yeah. So I need you to face me for this.
I'm
So
facing
what you're talking about is this.
you. Mhm.
Ah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. See, that's good.
This would have worked a lot better if we'd rehearsed this before the show.
No. I wanted the mistake because I knew it would happen.
Because I forget that it's backwards, and so I'm over here when you're over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
It's
mhm, mhm.
really the other way. But yes, so apparently they've Beijing, the capital of the country where the outbreak began, red hoardings tell people not to shake hands, but to join their own hands together as a sign of greeting. Well, no, more like, hi, how are you? Good to see you. Because that works.
Good to meet you, buddy.
Loudspeakers tell people to make the traditional gong shao gesture, a fist in an opposite palm, to say hello. In France, newspapers have been filled with advice over how to replace handshaking.
We
Daily
just showed you.
formality- Yeah, there's a daily formality at French work, and kissing on the cheek, a regular greeting habit in France.
Nope, can't do it.
Even between people who have only just met. How? And
They've
again, that's their
only
culture,
just
that's cool.
begun.
And it ended that quickly. How weird would it be, though, to say move to France for whatever reason, and you're suddenly getting kissed on the cheek by
All the
other
time.
people? That would just be weird.
Oh, hi, how are you? Mwah, mwah.
Stop
No.
that. Ew. That's
Get
when you
away
start
from me.
breaking out the Purell. Lifestyle expert Philippe Lichtfust.
Lichtfrist. Oh, very good.
Who has been widely cited in the media, insists that handshakes are relatively recent development in human history that began in the Middle Ages. He says simply looking into a person's eye can suffice as a greeting.
That's no. I get it because I've done this. Of course,
Mhm.
it's usually followed by a slight head nod.
Or in my case, it's usually a hi or how are you?
I'm
No-
saying like passing in the hall, like
Yeah, but even then, I still verbalize it. I am a talker though, but
yes,
I
yes, you
verbalize
are.
it.
Mhm,
I'm like,
yeah.
hey, well, how you doing? How's your Monday? Blah blah blah, whatever.
right, and despite what people may think about me, I really don't talk.
No,
No.
it doesn't.
I really don't.
In Brazil, the Brazilian Health Ministry has recommended that citizens not share the metal straws traditionally used to consume caffeine-rich South American drink mate, also known as chamarero. Chimararo.
One more time.
Hell no. Chimaroa. I don't freaking know. I'm not Brazilian, damn it. It's some kind of caffeine drink that they share.
Chimararo.
And a kiss, even if it's not on the mouth, is meanwhile totally advised against. Germany.
Germ. Any.
Many a germ.
Mhm.
In a sign of the times, Germany's Interior Minister Horst Seehofer. You know, the minister Horst Seehofer.
Horst Seehofer.
Is it Seehofer?
Yeah, Seehofer.
Okay. Rebuffed the Chancellor Angela Merkel's attempt to shake hands with him on Monday, smiling and keeping both of his hands to himself. They both
Yeah.
laughed, and Merkel threw her hand up into the air before taking a seat. Spain.
That's rather
Yep.
hysterical.
That is actually when you stop. Awkward. The outbreak in Spain could also hit one of Spain's most cherished traditions, the kissing of sculptures of the Virgin Mary in the week leading up to Easter.
Stop worshiping idols, you idiots.
They were just kissing.
No, they worship the statues. That's why they
Look,
kiss
we
them.
can have that discussion with Carrie tomorrow. We're trying to be about health and safety right now, okay? With just months to go before the week starts, the ritual could be banned.
No.
It is one of the measures that is on the table, end quote, said the national health official Fernando Simon.
Fernando.
During the Holy Week, the faithful queue up to kiss the hands or feet of sculptures of Mary and the saints, seeking their protection.
See?
That's again, we could talk to Carrie about that at
We
another
need
day.
to. We need to talk about that.
In Romania, Romania's Martisar Festival. Never
Sure.
heard of it. Marks the beginning of spring when talismanic strings and flowers are handed out, often from men to women. But the government has passed on a message to tell people, urging them to hand over the flowers and talismans without the accompanying kiss.
You can't do it without a kiss, man. You got to seal it with a kiss.
It is sealed. In Poland, Europe's most Catholic countries, the faithful are allowed to take, quote, spiritual communion. Instead of consuming the communal bread, or the host can be taken in the hand rather than the mouth.
That's probably good. You always want to take it in the hand rather than the mouth.
Yeah, because you never know.
Right. Poland, by the way, one of Buttigieg's favorite places.
Because he likes to take it in the
Mouth.
hand and in the mouth.
Right.
The faithful are asked also to not dip their hands into holy water when going in and out of the church. Instead, make the sign of the cross. I thought the water was supposed to be blessed.
The water's
I
blessed
thought
and
it
holy.
was-
If the water's not blessed and holy, then you shouldn't be having it in the freaking pot. All right?
If you're gonna stick your hand in it and then get sick, then it's obviously
Not
very
holy.
Holy.
Right. Then it's obviously not holy water. Who's blessed it? Did you bless it? No.
Yeah. Well, even if you did bless it, it's obviously not enough, and you need to seek more prayer.
Right. More prayer is needed for that blessing.
Okay. In Iran, here's where it gets good. In Iran,
Yeah.
is the foot shake the new handshake?
What?
In Iran, where 66 have been killed by the coronavirus, a video has gone viral showing 3 friends meeting, hands in their pockets, and 2 of whom are wearing masks, tapping their feet against each other as a greeting.
That's fine. Maybe it's a soccer thing.
I thought so too, or maybe they're doing a TikTok video or something. I
That
don't
could
know.
very well be.
A similar video in Lebanon shows the singer Ragabag Alamama and comedian Michael Abdou Slimane
That's
tapping their
perfect.
feet against each other while making kissing noises with their mouth.
Why would they make kissy noises?
I don't know. And finally, in the United Arab Emirates,
The UAE.
as well as in Qatar.
Qatar.
That's what I said, Qatar.
Qatar.
Q. It says Qua.
No, it's not a U there. It's ka.
No. Q says Qua. You
Look
learned
it up
that.
later. QAT. QAT is
Qatar
pronounced
is
cat.
I know what it is. I'm being dumb.
I know.
Qatar is advising citizens to stop the traditional nose-to-nose greeting.
Ah.
UAE also said that people shouldn't shake hands anymore or kiss greet each other by waving only. There you have it. Soon we're going to have cars that when you get into an accident will do the styrofoam thing.
Yeah, that was awesome, by the way.
That was actually pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
I'm just saying, it's where we're headed, and that's okay.
Encases you in a giant thing of foam. Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
That way.
Mm-hmm. Slightly Venomous Kirk over on the Twitter says, nailed those names, Dylan. 100%. Nailed
you.
those names.
See, I am. A lot of people are not aware of this, but I am.
Everything you say I am.
Well, no, I am officially the Mojo 50
Name
ambassador
pronunciator.
to foreign lands.
Right.
Because I can very clearly speak and enunciate. I speak the verbiage like
you
a
are
native.
the pronunciator.
I am. Hashtag like a native.
Right.
So, yeah. So I am that dignitary that the representative, the ambassador. When we have to go overseas or whatever, they call me up and say, "Hey, Dylan, do you want to go handle this?" And I say, "Well, absolutely. I know exactly where I'm going and what I need to say when I get over there."
Kevin Hutchison over on the Facebook. The communal bread melts in your hand, not in your mouth.
I've never, and I'll go back to this beforehand. Like I've never understood why people, and I'm not Catholic. I've never done. I've always done communion a little bit differently. We get the little oyster crackers in the tray and a little thing of Welch's grape juice, and you go stand off by yourself and you
go alone.
Handle your own business before God like you should do.
Right.
So I've never done the Catholic thing. I've never gone up there and had a guy stick it in my mouth. I've never, and I guess if you're used to it, as part of, you've been Catholic your whole life and that's just what happens. I guess that's, different, but just the thought of that is, no, I'm sorry. I'd be like, you can put that in my hand. Thank you, sir. I'm a big boy. I can
feed myself.
I can feed myself.
Just the thought of going up to a priest and going, ah.
Yeah. Especially with their reputation. Really?
Not doing it.
Really. No, thank you.
Just wide mouth, straight open, while you're in a crouched position in front of a priest.
I mean, it is all perfect height and everything. I'm just saying.
It seems like you're waiting.
It does.
Patient.
My sister's on Facebook, homeschooling at its best.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. There you go.
Love you too. Chicago mayor is defends sanctuary cities. The policy sanctuary after police release an immigrant who later rapes a 3-year-old girl.
So how do you defend that?
I don't know, to be perfectly honest with you.
In a McDonald's restroom.
Yeah. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot. Has anybody checked to see if I guarantee you she's probably more Indian than Elizabeth Warren is.
Yeah, that or she's a little heavier than her name applies.
That's usually how it goes.
Little John, very big.
Very big, yeah. Yeah. Big Steve is usually about 4 foot nothing.
Yeah.
Is defending the Windy City sanctuary policy after an illegal immigrant who the city refused to turn over to immigration and customs enforcement agents raped a 3-year-old girl in a McDonald's restroom.
According to the WLS TV, a Christopher Puente. That's how it is. Christopher Puente was being held in Chicago police custody stemming from a January 2019 arrest for theft. ICE said that they expected CPD to hold Puente until he could be transferred into ICE custody so that he could be deported. However, CPD did not hold him, and he was subsequently released into the Gen Pop. Last month, Puente allegedly lured a 3-year-old girl inside of a restroom stall at Chicago's McDonald's and raped her, leading to her hospitalization.
That some bitch should be dead. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. No, you're dead. You're
Yeah,
so
I-
dead. Like I'd kill you, but bare hands. You're done.
Yeah. There's no like I wouldn't even take the time to waste a bullet on you. I would. That's bullets are expensive compared to the fact that I could just easily strangle you with my hands.
I could rage kill you and it'd be done.
Have you? Excuse me, sir. Do you know what a toilet tastes like?
You will. Here you
Have
go.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to have porcelain forcibly shoved down your throat? Because we're about to find out together.
You more than me. Here we go.
Here we go. I hope you like the taste of a urinal cake.
Mm.
Ugh. Yeah, he was arrested. After his arrest, he admitted to the crime.
So how is it allegedly?
What happened with the little girl was wrong and very bad thing. Assistant State Attorney James Murphy said.
I think people need to read their typing.
Yeah, I know. So basically, he's just repeating what the guy said, but it's a very wrong and bad thing. Yeah, no, that's not wrong and bad. That is
No.
atrocious. That is horrific. That is
No, you raped
obscene.
a small girl.
Yeah. They're raping of any kind is horrific, but the fact that you did it to a 3-year-old child, nah,
Mm-mm.
nope. Despite the horrific crime, Lightfoot lashed out at ICE and claimed that the crime occurred because immigration authorities are not properly doing their jobs.
I'm sorry. How did they not properly do their job? You decided to have your police station let them go.
If ICE is complaining, then they should do their job better, she said, according to WLS. Quote, they're critical because we have said very clearly we are welcoming city, a sanctuary city. Chicago Police Department will not cooperate with ICE.
Then
On
how can they
immigration
do their job?
And that's affected their ability to conduct immigration raids across the city. But that's exactly our intention. We have to make sure our police department is seen as a legitimate force in all communities.
Gobbling down slug. Dude who raped a 3-year-old girl deserves to be stripped down naked, covered in honey, and tied down to a fire anthill. Junk first. You didn't add that in, but junk first.
Well, yeah, but I mean, then again,
No. There's no then agains.
no. I'm just thinking like those poor fire ants don't know what they're getting into.
No, they'll be fine.
Those poor susceptible fire ants.
They're not going to get coronavirus from him. So
No, they're not going to
it'll
get
be
that.
fine.
No, if you could do that, do it though. You take them down to the anthills in Louisiana or Texas.
No.
Louisiana are huge. I don't know. I
They're
haven't
bad.
seen them recently in Texas. It's been a while, but I know for a fact Louisiana, them suckers get about 2-3 foot tall, about 2 foot tall, easy.
No
And
thanks.
those jokers are big.
I mean, obviously you're overestimating, but still.
No,
Yeah. That's
I'm
hyper.
not.
No.
I've seen some anthills that are upwards of a foot.
Oh,
and
the
a half.
ant hill itself. I thought you meant the
Yes.
ants. I was like, that's
No.
obviously overestimating. What the hell?
No. The ants are not. No. But the ants that live in those things
Are huge too.
are massive. Yeah, we're talking not quite the size of a $50, but
Pretty big.
pretty big.
Yeah.
Between a quarter and $50. I've seen them jokers, man.
I mean,
Carry
we
them
don't-
like baby birds.
We've gone through stories like this well enough to where you guys know where our stance is. Look, no matter what you raped at all, look, no matter what you've done, if you raped, doesn't matter who,
Mm-hmm.
castration immediately. Not chemical, physical castration immediately.
And we're not talking like what you do to a bull, where you put the rubber band on his.
No,
jugs.
we're talking the worst, most painful, rusty spoon castration.
Yes.
Which technically is cruel and unusual punishment. I understand that. But
No,
what hap-
hold on. How is that cruel and unusual punishment? How is that any more cruel
Because it's a rusty
than
spoon.
what you did to that 3-year-old kid?
No. I'm with you, dude. I'm with
No.
you.
That's how it should be. It should be relative to the crime.
Right.
And if you raped a 3-year-old child, to the fact that this child had to go to the hospital,
Yeah, Rusty Spoon is.
then yeah,
Rusty Spoon it is. Gonna dig a rusty spoon into you and a rusty well, we'll say spork. How about that? Does that work?
well, I've never seen a metal spork,
You've never seen a metal spork?
not a metal one.
Yeah, they make metal sporks.
I've never seen
A
those.
rusty metal spork and just like stab and scoop.
No, I like the spoon better because there's no stabbing. Like it's all.
Just pressure.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It takes so long though.
Don't care.
Yeah.
That's the point. I'm sure we could come up with an automated machine
That just like slowly presses down a rusty spoon.
and does like a sawing motion. And I'm sure we can come up with something.
I'm sure we got this. We got this down. We can
That's-
make this happen.
And then when like I'm a jerk, I'm the type that as soon as it's done, then you feed it to him. But I'm a jerk.
Yeah, but then
I'm very demented. Like
you
mine
are
is
very,
like
you are very crazy.
I would consider, and that is bad. Okay, feeding it to him is extreme. No, but
Okay, maybe that's a little too far.
Let me
All right,
walk that
that's
one
fine.
back a little
No,
bit.
a little bit. No,
no, but some of the medieval torture rack stuff, that's the kind of stuff we need to be bringing back for these guys.
for this sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. You know, tie him to a bed about 24 stories up in the air, tie his junk to a center block,
Mm-hmm.
throw the center block out a window.
Kevin Hutchison over on the Facebook. Rusty Metal Spork is O's third heavy metal band.
Yeah, but he was only a backup singer for that one. That doesn't
Yeah,
count.
and it was only a tribute band to Poison. I mean, come on.
It was, yes. It was, and it was very short-lived.
Yeah.
He couldn't keep the hair thing going.
The rock ballads really just wore him down.
It did. It did. He's not a ballad kind of guy.
No, even rock ballads, not there.
No. It's very direct and poignant.
So we're gonna finish the show off with this story. Katie Peters was going into the grocery store February 18th, just like any other day. As she returned her cart, however, a man exiting the store at the same time appeared in the surveillance footage to harm her in some way.
So that it's not like every other day at
Right.
the grocery store.
Correct.
'Cause
Peters,
I can honestly say in the 38 years I've walked into a grocery store, I have never had anybody approach me to harm me in some way. Never. So
right. So what
say
would
it's
have
like-
been a
yeah.
normal day isn't. So Peters can be seen reacting to the assault on store surveillance cameras. She told WBAL TV she initially thought that the man had burned her with a cigarette butt. In the video, the man who attacked her can be seen turning around as if unaware as to what had happened. Peters, however, said the man had turned to her and said, "It felt like a bee sting, didn't it?" And when she confronted him, when she had confronted him at the time of the assault, she told police she then believed, after she confronted the man, that she'd been stabbed with a syringe.
mm,
Police,
that-
mhm.
just that thought, like that's
no,
you have no if that's true, you have no idea, even if it doesn't have anything in it.
Yep.
The damage that could have been done, the possibility of getting air into your veins,
Anything.
of it being just dirty with somebody who have some kind of a communicable disease, like that's just no.
Yeah, you could have a pulmonary
Thanks,
embolism.
Satan.
Like nope,
No.
none of this.
Mm.
Yep. They later, the Anne Arundel County Police later received an anonymous tip that resulted in the police arresting Thomas Brian Steeman, who stabbed her with a syringe full of, you guessed it, semen. Semen.
Is it bad that I wonder how exactly he got? Did he like move it from one container into another, or did it take him forever to kind of fill it up?
I don't know.
I'm just.
I
It's
don't.
horrible. That's not cool. But my brain starts.
I don't want to know. It's not for. This is not a story for the meek or the mild, guys. This is
No.
Look, when Steeman decides to stab you with a semen, it's usually a bad day for everybody. And including him because he got caught red-handed.
Well,
Thank you. Anyway, folks, we don't have bell counts today. Apparently there were some issues with that, but don't worry, don't fret. We will get the bell counts back again. Until that time,
do we need to make an announcement, or do we announce that we're going to have an announcement?
we're gonna have. There's
was
gonna be
such
an
an
announcement soon. There will be someone soon. We'll talk to you later, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Fine.
That was wonderful. Bravo! I loved that. Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't